Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. How are you? My name is Abdul Khalik. All of us are struggling and striving to achieve certain things and also to get rid of certain other things from our life. Why? Because we are of the view that I will only become a happy person once I do get rid of these things, once I do succeed in achieving these things. My dear friends and fellows, happiness is actually the real aim. And still, there are people who have achieved so many of the things they wanted to achieve. Despite all that, if you look upon their life from a closer angle, you will come to know that they are not a happy person, unfortunately, even then. Although it does not mean that we should not strive to achieve what we are trying to achieve. That is all good, and up to an extent that does contribute for the sake of our happiness, and this is okay. But there is another approach, and that approach is a kind of direct one. We can also directly try approach for the happiness and the happier life while continuing our struggle to achieve the targets we have set. Rather, I shall say, if at all we are working for a happier life according to our today's discussion, then it will also become easier for us, relatively easy for us, considerably easy for us to achieve what we are working to achieve, to get rid of what we want to get rid of. Dear friends, there are 9 ways to be happier with our life according to psychology. 9 ways to be happier with our life according to psychology. Each one of these 9 items are very important, and let's take upon all these one by one. First of all, it is a cultivate gratitude. We need to become grateful person instead of complaining, criticizing, moaning and groaning. We need to do the very opposite of that. This very opposite is called being grateful. Let's be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for whatever we are, whatever we have been gifted with, the life, the precious gift of life we have been given, the limbs we are carrying, all of these are absolutely precious, more precious than even the pure gold. So, for all that reason, we need to become grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We need to become grateful to our parents, and we need to become grateful to all the people who have done even the slightest of good with us, and also at least who didn't do any of the bad things with us. We need to become grateful to them as well. And above all, above all, we need to become grateful to our previous life, which has been very good. If at all we are of the view that my previous life is not a good one, I think it's not a good attitude at all. We need to learn whatever we can learn, learning from our experiences, learning from our life. That is very, very important, cannot be ignored at all. But despite all that, we need to believe in that my previous life is a good one, and then only we can live a happy life. As for the future is concerned, we need to plan for that, we need to prepare for that, but at the same time we need to believe that my future life is inshallah going to become a good one. Dear friend, we need to become grateful, and gratefulness is the only way to become a happy person. As there are people who are wealthy people, they are possessing whatever we are very eager to get, very desperate to get, but they are carrying all that in their own hands, and that too in the abundant quantity. Despite all that, if they are not happy, it only mean that since they are not a grateful person, so since they are not a grateful person, that is why they are not happy. Anybody and everybody who is not happy, who is not grateful, is not happy, and everybody who is unhappy is definitely an ungrateful person. So extremely important it is that if we want to make our life a good one, if we want to live a happy life, we must be grateful person to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to parents and others as well. So the second thing is, it is practice mindfulness. We need to practice mindfulness. What is meant by this mindfulness? It is, if at all we go toward the definition of it, it is a state of mind, a state of mind achieved by focusing one's awareness, on the present moment, while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensation. So, in short, we can say focusing on the moment. Neither we need to live in the past, although we need to learn, but we don't need to live in the past. We need to prepare for the future, but still, there is no reason to worry about the future at all. And planning and preparation, that is all okay and needed, but the focus must be on the present moment. The focus must be on our today and even this moment. We need not to we need not to stay preoccupied, as that is the killer of our happiness. Let's stay in the present. Let's practice the mindfulness. And the third is get moving. What is this get moving? It is keeping our body active. We need to keep our body active. Either it is walking, jogging, running, gym, aerobics, yoga, weightlifting, or any other type of it. But even if at all we are having a kind of physical work, I think that we need to get moving. We need to keep our body active so that we could stay healthy. And the fourth is foster relationships. We need to develop relationships. Relationships are very important, and with the absence of these relationships, good relationships, I think it is not possible to live a happy life. So we need to pay attention to the relationships, and we need to, of course, foster the relationships. And now the fifth is prioritize experiences over possessions. Prioritize experiences over possession. So what is this, by the way? This philosophy is far better practiced in the western countries, because people travel a lot. This means that though they can buy things, they can buy things with the money they are spending either on traveling or other similar activities, but instead of buying the possession, they prefer the experiences. Consume your money on a very good experiences. And then the sixth is learn to forgive. Unless and until we learn and practice to forgive, we can never ever become a happy person. We will remain burdened. But there will be lot of stress on our mind and heart, and our emotions as well. So we cannot be a happy person at all unless and until we learn to forgive. So practice forgiveness, learn to forgive. And the seventh is embrace failure. Unless and until we do embrace failure, I think we cannot learn from it, and we will remain unhappy. There are people who are very successful today. They are being considered as the icons, but despite all that, during their travel, during their journey to success, they suffered lots of failures. I think this failure must be accepted, and in the absence of it, again, practice self care. Self care, it's Number eight is practice self-care. Unless and until we are taking care of ourselves, who else is going to do that? No one else will be doing that, because only we are with ourselves 24/7. Only we are the most important person for we ourselves. So we need to take care of ourselves and never ignore this self-care. And the ninth is you know it is a cultivate a positive outlook. Cultivate a positive outlook. What is this outlook? It mean our point of view on the one hand, and a general attitude toward our life on the other hand. So we need to practice, cultivate the positive outlook towards life. The positive outlook towards life, I think this is really, really, really important. All of these nine things, if at all we are practicing, we will be living a happy life. And happiness is the actual and the real aim. As for the material successes are concerned, material possessions are concerned, those are important, but far less important than the actual thing, the real thing, which is called happy life.